Hi, welcome to the first interactive training manual that I'm going to start to do. And I think for the future of training with individuals, I'm going to do these live or pre-recorded manuals, because then you're going to hear my voice, how I feel about the creams, and I'm going to explain it to you in my words as how to best get the benefits of it. You can download this and pick it up whenever you want. You can just read about certain or learn about certain products as and when you want. And you don't actually have to have the products to start to learn about them. My view is the more you understand about individuals, the more you might think, yeah, maybe this is a product I would like to take on. And the joy of individuals is you can pick and choose what you have as and when, because it will just slot into the range you already have now. So let me explain to you about Dermavigils and how it works. So what I'm going to be doing now is talking to you about why Dermavigils is different than other skincares you may have used before. So the most important thing for us to now understand is the ingredient phosphatidylcholine. So phosphatidylcholine is, I compare this to making stock of a soup. So you can get cheap stocks and you can get very expensive super duper stock. You can even make your own stock. But the stock of a soup is going to be the taste, the quality, and then you can put active ingredients back into the stock. So Dermavigils is the best stock money can buy when it comes to the base of a cream, and that's due to your phosphatidylcholine. And then due to that, it makes us have a product that is similar to the structure of your skin. So the DMS stands for derma membrane structure. So it's the ingredients of it are similar to how your skin is made. This in turn then allows us to have a product that is free from emulsifiers. Now emulsifiers, in a very simple, easy way, I'm just going to say, can disturb and upset the structure of the skin. So an emulsifier, too long use of emulsifiers can upset your lipid bilayers in a roundabout way, and it's not needed in skincares. Now that we've got phosphatidylcholine, we don't need an emulsifier. The products don't contain preservatives, and they definitely don't contain perfumes. Due to the being free from emulsifiers, you don't need the preservatives, and we don't add perfumes because the skin doesn't know what perfume is. The skin doesn't need something to smell nice. That's what candles are for, personally. So what you've got in a Dermavigils cream is there's nothing in the cream the skin doesn't understand. So it's got no nasties, only goodies. Nice, lovely, wonderful products for the skin. So this in turn then works with Mother Nature. So the ingredients are working with the skin's structure. What does my skin need? Mother Nature knows what your skin needs, so we've just mimicked Mother Nature. So this in turn then is going to work on your skin barrier, it's going to work on your epidermis, and it's going to work on your strata corneum, the bit we touch, the little bit here every single day. We put our hands on our client's skin and we work with the strata corneum. Understanding the structure and the breakdown of the strata corneum is our job, because that's what we touch and we play around with every single day. And then the treatments we use then help to heal and repair the epidermis as a whole. So looking after the strata corneum and repairing the strata corneum is working with the concept of cornea therapy. Now, cornea therapy was a term coined by Albert Kligman. Now, when we talk about Kligman, Albert Kligman, to be honest with you, the god of all skin gods. I mean, if it wasn't for Kligman, we wouldn't have the understanding of vitamin A and how that has the benefits of skin. Kligman was the man that realised that the strata corneum was no longer dead, but very much alive. So this man, who unfortunately has now passed away, but we owe Kligman a lot, because if it wasn't for his research, if it wasn't for his curiosity, we would not have the information we know about skin. So cornea therapy, he realised that if you look after the strata corneum, you don't impair it, you don't upset it, you keep the homeostasis of the strata corneum intact, the skin can then heal itself. The skin's so smart, so clever. And so if you put Dermavigils on the skin, Dermavigils is going to repair, strengthen and heal the strata corneum. So if you've got any inflammatory responses going on, the skin is happy, the roof of the house is content and happy. So imagine your strata corneum is like your roof, all your tiles and everything are knitted and strong. So you've got your surface of your roof is happy, and then anything underneath it is not going to get upset. And that's the concept of cornea therapy, which using Dermavigils, you are working with that concept, and it is quite mind-blowing. And I'll be doing further videos on understanding cornea therapy. So the phosphatidylcholine then leads us to the liposome technology. Now, liposome technology is when you've got a liposome, it's an encapsulated phosphatidylcholine, like a lipid shell, and then you can put active ingredients in, which will then in turn allow you to have a delivery system. There's no point putting a cream on the skin unless there's going to be a way to get that penetration of the product into the skin. Otherwise it just sits on the skin. We don't want sitting, we want delivering. So the phosphatidylcholine gives us liposome technology, liposomes give us a delivery system, and the delivery system gives us customized creams. So I've simplified this as easy as I can. Hopefully I haven't waffled on too much, but what I wanted to get across now is to make you understand that Dermavigils isn't like creams you've used before. When you get a cleanser or you get one of our off-the-shelf creams, you're going to think, yeah, it looks it, it seems it, there's nothing special about it, but don't underestimate it. It is most going to be one of the best creams skins have ever had on them. Now I'm going to explain to you how does Dermavigils work for you, the skin therapist. So with Dermavigils, as I might have mentioned before, it's going to be diverse, it's going to be versatile, you're going to have a bespoke range, you are going to be able to create products for your client's skin. So Dermavigils is going to be for the serious skin therapist, someone who wants to think outside the box and achieve results. I'm not going to give you, during the course of the training manual, I may not always give you protocols. I'm going to give you guidelines. I'm going to guide you to how you can use it and how the best ways to use it, but I'm not going to give you protocols. So if you've said to me, oh, I've got a skin that came to me and it's this, this and this, what do I do? Unless I have your client in front of me and unless I can feel her skin and see her skin and get the full history of her skin for myself, then I can know what to put on her skin, but that's not going to be possible. So what you've got to learn with Dermavigils is there's no wrong and there's no right. As long as you have the history of the skin and understanding of the skin, you've got a range of products which you're going to achieve amazing results with. So you've got to think, you've got to be excited, you've got to want to make that skin improve and change, and that enthusiasm, that passion for your job is going to make Dermavigils work for you. So that in turn can lead me to this, what I've said here about Dermavigils. It's not about the brand Dermavigils, and I feel very, very strongly about this. So I don't want to make Dermavigils a well-known brand. That's not my point. My purpose is to make you, the therapist, empowered with a brand, because then you're going to have a product that is about you, it's about your work, it's about your passion for the skin, and then you're going to make bespoke creams for your client. So say another therapist has Dermavigils, well, she can't give your client a blend because she's not looked after her skin and treated her skin. It's about you. You've done that skin, you've spent an hour with that skin, you've analysed that skin, you've got the history of the skin, so you are able to tweak the cleanser, the blend. You might be able to add some other things to the skin due to what your clients told you in treatment or just in a consultation. So do not think Dermavigils is a one-size-fits-all. It's not. It's a very, as I've said before, versatile and very diverse. So I don't want to make a brand and a brand name. I want to empower skin therapists to have a product that's going to work for them. So as I've got my little line here, as you repair and heal and improve the skin, you're going to blend products, but they're going to change. So as you improve the skin, you're going to improve your blends. You're going to keep changing it. It's a evolving thing with the skin. The skin's it's a changing organ. We get older. We do different things. We fly. We go on holiday. We go in the sun. We have cold weather. So your products will evolve as so does the skin. So to be honest with you, I think it's a great product to work with. It's fun. It's exciting. It keeps you on your toes, and you don't stop learning with it. So if this has fired you up and you think, wow, this sounds amazing, then Dermavigils is for you. If you want something a little bit more off the shelf, Dermavigils can do that. and you're going to hear that when I do the training with you as this video goes on. So you can pick and choose. It's entirely up to the individual, but my view is it is, of course I'm going to say this, the most amazing product you're ever going to work with. And I hope you enjoy the training. The Dermavisuals cleanser is, I would say, the most important part of any skin routine. If you have the wrong cleanser, you're going to have the skin imbalanced before you've even started putting your creams on. So it's important to know, as far as I'm concerned, any skins, I would say from a female skin from 20 plus, they have to be using a cream cleanser, because if they use gel cleansers, they're going to imbalance and upset the natural pH and the natural lipids of the skin. So you do not want a clean skin, you want to cleanse it. We clean cars, we clean floors, we do not clean skin, we cleanse skin. Skin is a self-renewing organ, it cleanses itself. The reason we have skin is to protect us. So we have lots of things on our skin, all our whole microbiome system is there to protect us. So what your cleanser has to do is to keep everything intact, and a lot of cleansers will imbalance that. So the Dermavisuals cleanser, it just keeps the pH good, the homeostasis of the skin is good. So realistically, personally, I just think this is the cleanser to use. We do have a mist that we use with it, which will help to remove off makeup and help to take off eye makeup, and I've made some videos of how to use that, or how best to use the cleansing milk for those purposes. So personally, cleansing milk wins hands down. A perfect, wonderful product. The cleansing gel will have your sort of surfactants or tensides. So the products that the Dermavisuals use aren't as stripping or as drying. So you can use the cleansing milk on maybe a teenage boy, or if a young teenage girl is got quite an oily skin or congested skin, she can use a cleansing gel. I personally don't like getting girls on a gel, because then at some point I've got to get them off a gel, because their skins can't use a gel all the time, because as we get older our lipids deplete. So I would always put a girl or a young teenager on the milk and a boy on the cleansing gel, because a man's skin, it can sort of use a cleansing gel in a much easier way than a female skin. So it's a lovely product. It's not, I personally don't sell tons of it or offer it to my clients that much, but if you've got someone who really does still want to wash, I might let someone use this for a couple of months to get them used to it, and then I might sort of change them over to the cleansing milk, because it's the cleansing milk is better for the skin, but the cleansing gel is there if need be. The Skin Tonic is a really lovely, refreshing skin toner. Now, when it comes to toners, personally, I'm not a great fan of toners, and I'm not saying this isn't a nice product. It is a nice product, but my view is, as long as I get my client on the right cleanser and I make sure she's using her cleanser correctly, I want to maybe get my client to use the right creams and things. I may not suggest she wastes her money on a toner if I don't feel she needs it for her skin. But if you've got a client who likes to use a toner and wants to use a toner, then this is a really lovely, soothing, sort of, yeah, really just a nice product to put on. But you can take it or leave it with toners. Personally, what you got to do is always think back to, why did we used to tone? And in the old days, we had to tone off our cleansers, because cleansers were made of mineral oils and more sort of like more liquid paraffin, so you had to tone off the oil. So you would need something quite sort of alcoholic to get rid of the oil. So the toner, that is what the purpose of the toner is. But most cleansers today, you don't need to get rid of that oil, because it's a good oil for the skin, not a negative oil. So you don't then need to use an alcohol toner or a strong toner to get rid of the cleanser. What I'm going to talk about now is what I call corrective lotions, or corrective toners, as you want. And these are, my view is, if I think it's going to benefit the skin, there's ingredients in the product that's going to make the skin better, then I think it's an ideal thing to use, and the reasons why I explain to my client why she needs it. So the soothing lotion personally is this. I'm in a minute. I'm talking to you now about the soothing, and soon I'm going to talk to you about the hydrating, and they're like a brother and sister pair. So one is the water-based and one is the oil-based product. So the soothing lotion is when you spray it on, you think it's a toner. It feels and looks like a toner, but do not underestimate this product. It's got so many things it can do. So I would say for the first time to use a soothing lotion could be on a pre-teen, teenage skin. So a young boy's skin. So say they're hitting about 13, maybe they could even be younger. They could be 11, 12, 13, just before the skin's just beginning to get a little bit lumpy and bumpy around the nose area, or they're getting a few lumps and bumps here on their forehead. It is the perfect product to use to start lifting up off the slight grease and grime of the day. It's the beginning of the sebaceous glands kicking in. So it's a wonderful product to use on a pre-teen, teenage skin, girl and boy. If a girl's using it, she might need to use a cleanser to take off her makeup, but then she can use the soothing to tone off afterwards. How to use? They can use the mitts, so they could sort of just squirt a couple of bits on their face, massage it in, and then use the mitts to wipe off. Or they can just wet some cotton wool and squirt it on the cotton wool and then just wipe. It does just take off that, and it helps to the congestion and the build up. The other way you can use it is if you've got a acne prone skin or a congested skin or a blackheaded skin, they can use it as a toner after cleansing for a woman's skin or even a man's skin. And it really does take down inflammation and lumps and bumps. And it's a really nice product to use if you've had an irritation or if the skin's just looking a bit upset, because what it will do, it will just soothe the skin. It just calms it all down. So I personally love the soothing, and it is my go-to product when I'm, especially for teenagers when the skin's just a little bit irritated or impaired. Now, the moisturizing toner is for your other age groups. The moisturizing toner is going to be for when a woman's skin starts to, I'd say, from 35 plus. And what will start happening, she might have a little bit of high colouring, or her skin might be a little bit reactive, a little bit sensitive. So the moisturizing toner, when you spray it, it can foam slightly. And as you put it on the skin, it calms the skin down, but it's got a moisturizing effect to it. So it doesn't make the skin feel dry. And if anything, it puts the oils back into the tissue, but it soothes and calms. It can also be used if you get a lot of static in your hair. You can spray it on your hair and it just takes down the statics. It puts the moisture back into your hair. It's an ideal product to have if you're flying, so it's really lovely to have in the smaller size if you're on a long haul flight, because it will stop the atmosphere in the airplane from drying out your skin too much. So again, I personally think it's a great product to have, and it's something I use regularly on my skin. The Emzyme. The Emzyme Skin Renewal. Now, I don't like to use the words scrubs or peels or to exfoliate, because as the skin is a natural organ, it doesn't do that. You peel fruit, you don't peel skin. Well, you shouldn't peel skin. I know we do, but you shouldn't. Because if you think about it, our skin is there for a purpose. If you've got a lot of excess skin, there's ways to remove that excess skin, excess keratinization, and our skin naturally, as an organ, will desquamate. We naturally desquamate. The skin sloughs off in a natural process. So the Emzyme Skin Renewal, it looks like nothing. A little bag, sachet with white powder. And you think, really? What's that going to do? Do not underestimate it. It is such a powerful, powerful product. And what it is, it's using it, you'd use it in clinic. You could use it as part of your treatment in the beginning to just slough off the excess skin, and then the client would purchase this for home care use, and she can use it either once a week as a mask, or she can use it, and we have a system where we call it the Emzyme Sprinkle, where she'll sprinkle a little bit in her hand and use it maybe daily to just keep lifting off the skin, slowing off the skin, because the skin can get sluggish due to maybe wrong use of products, maybe depending on wherever the skin's been. Maybe it's been on holiday in a lot of sunlight, maybe the skin's had a lot of sun damage. So the skin has got lazy or sluggish in its desquamation process. So if you use the enzyme little and often, you're going to just kick the skin to start doing what Mother Nature intended. So if you use the cleansing milk, you use the enzyme and one of the Dermavigil's creams, the skin will start doing what it's meant to do naturally as Mother Nature intended. So don't underestimate this little sachet. My view with it is try it. One of those sachets will last 5 treatments for you in salon and from home care use. It's again, when I first used it, and I can remember the day so clearly, I was doing it with one of my therapists, and she put half on my face, and we just tried something else on the other half. And she took off the half of the Dermavigils, and she went, "Whoa, whoa, your skin looks fantastic." And I went, "Oh, how fantastic can it be? It's like nothing." And I got up and went, "Oh wow, that actually is good, isn't it?" So yeah, it is a real go-to product to use if you want to slough off, if the skin's got a build-up of excess keratinization, just to brighten the skin, allow better penetration of your products. To be honest with you, I think anyone can use the enzyme. It is brilliant for teenage skins. When they get all those lumps and the bumps and the congestion, they use this either daily or weekly as the mask. And all their blackheads, there's a video I'm going to show you at the end, that the blackheads just disperse on their own. So it just helps to break down that keratin plug. So don't underestimate it. The other product you can use from a form of desquamation is the treatment gel. Now the treatment gel main ingredient is salicylic acid. So that's going to help with a plug of keratin. So you can imagine you've got your pore and you've got your hair follicle coming out, and then the keratin cells go in. So what the treatment gel is going to help is to dissolve and remove some of the plug, so the oil can come out, so you're not going to get a build-up of a spot, as per se, or a blackhead or a whitehead. So what you'd do with the treatment gel, you'd massage it onto the areas where you've got the lumps and the congestion, maybe the blackheads, and it's going to just help to break them down. I would only use a very little bit, maybe once a day. If you use too much of it, or if the skin doesn't need it, the skin might start to flake a little bit. So keep an eye on the skin, how often your client, or if you're using it yourself. Less is more, and then once it's done the job, then stop using it and put it to one side until you might need it again. So if you watch this video, you will see that after a few days of using the enzyme, the little blackheads and whiteheads on the nose have more or less dissolved and disappeared. So it is continual use of using the product will help break down blackheads, congestion and lumps and bumps. I mean, this is a young skin, so it was easy to do, and the skin wasn't impaired or in trouble. So set your expectations, or set your client's expectations. If the skin's been quite using too strong of products, or the skin is quite inflamed, or the skin's just not looking too healthy, then you might need to repair the skin before the product or the enzyme is going to work as well as you might expect. But it does work, so it's just a matter of time and effort.